Okay, welcome to part 2. This is my video to illiterate Nick, Mysticalforest. Here I was in the process of responding to this clip here.
You know why? Because all your biology shit, all the crap you believe in, the Big Bang, all that shit is speculation. It's a fairy tale. You might as well believe in unicorns.
So, to continue, so we scientists don't, we're just speculating. We might as well be, studying unicorns? Is that what you said? Unicorns, which, by the way, are in your Bible. That's where the concept of the unicorn comes from. But that's okay. So, as I was saying, you need to, I want to see you reject all of the benefits that come from the biological sciences, especially medicine. You need to reject all of it. Don't take any medications. Don't go see a doctor. Don't do any of those things because, again, we're biologists. You know, you know that medicine is actually a field of biology, right? And even maybe more important than medicine, don't go to the grocery store, okay? Because you know there's not a single food item in the grocery store that I can think of that's not bioengineered, that scientists have not modified in some way to improve its value. All of them, even in the organic section. Even people say organic food, and I'm not talking about gene splicing. That occurs. That's that's occurred as well. I'm talking about products that were deliberately had a whole bunch of things that have been done to them in the last few decades. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask, on that subject, have you ever heard of a man called Norman Borlaug? Probably not. Norman Borlaug. Look him up. He's an amazing person. He's one of the Rationalist Society groups that I belong to they awarded him the greatest man in history, even though almost nobody's ever heard of him. But this man, this is incredible. He was, get this, a plant geneticist. Okay, he studied genes, he studied plants, botany, all those things that you don't believe in science believes our scientists know anything about, based on, get this, the theory of evolution, the knowledge of evolutionary biology. He started with wheat. That was one of his primary works. He modified wheat in the 1950s and 60s. Okay. It was estimated that during I think it was from 1965 to 1970, he literally saved 250 million people from starvation during those few years. Maybe it was a little bit longer than that. Anyway, but still, during his active work, 250 million people that were starving to death were not starving to death as a result of this man's efforts using this fairy tale, as you call it. It's now estimated that 1 billion people on this planet owe their lives to that single man using his fairy tale of evolution to create crops. If you could hand wave that away, that kind of achievement, that's a greater achievement than any fucking church worldwide has ever done for anybody. Any charitable organization has ever done for anybody. Okay? If you can hand wave that away, fuck you. You are a fucking loser, compounded loser than you really are. Okay? Using the theory of evolution, using what we know about the evolution of genetics, about how genomes propagate themselves, about polyploidy and all these other complex things that I'm sure you don't understand, this man over quadrupled the yields that wheat can produce. He increased its resistance to insects. He increased its resistance to droughts. He increased its resistance to flooding. He increased its resistance to cold. He lengthened its growing season. Okay, this man did an amazing. That's just one scientist, and he's not the only one that's worked on these things. He's just is one of the most notable. So you need to stay away from the foods in the grocery store because us fairy tale unicorn studying whatever idiots, as you like to say, we've all had our dirty little fingers in your food. So you might want to stay away from that, you fucktard.
From now till about 120 years ago, we started automatically getting all this technology, getting more intelligent, really, really, really quick, according to you guys. I think that people that lived a long time ago were more intelligent than now, because they had to use the stars to navigate, because it says in the Bible, you know, and they needed the stars. If they didn't have the stars, they wouldn't be able to navigate, because they didn't have GPSs like you motherfuckers have.
Oh, so you believe that people in the past were smarter than they are now. Probably one of those people that, you know, the fairy tale about Noah building the ark and it must be superior technology than we can build today and that kind of stuff. I hear a lot of that from fundamentalists. It's simply false. No evidence whatsoever to support such a thing. There were advanced civilizations, but we use that term as relative terms. Okay? But to say that people were smarter than people have always been, I'd say probably around the same level of intelligence our technology has built on itself. We are far more technologically advanced than we have been in any period in human history. And just for your information, since you don't read the Bible doesn't say dip shit about that's even a word. Doesn't say shit about using the stars to navigate. It's simply not in there. The only remotest thing is the wise men following the star to Bethlehem, but that's hardly using the stars to navigate. That's following a magic star. But anyway, it's not in the Bible. You might think it is because you don't read it, but it's not there.
If we were around for like millions of years, we even have fucking spaceships already. Yeah, I'm not talking about fucking rockets. I'm talking about fucking flying around. I'm gonna go to Mars this weekend.
Okay, Nick, why don't we have spaceships to fly around in? It's a complicated question. It's actually a good question. First of all, human beings, modern humans, have not been around for millions of years. Modern humans have been around for about 200,000 years. Okay, that's point number one. For the majority of the lifespan of our species, we were locked into an ice age. Okay, the world was an ice age that ended about 14,000 years ago. Although some of the after effects of that ice age didn't end until about 11,000 or so years ago, 10,000 years ago. Now, what's amazing is, what do you know? We find human civilizations springing up around 10,000 years ago. What do you know? The ice age ends, and immediately we start building cities. For the first time since human beings evolved, we were able to had the right climate in order to grow the grains we need to support large city centers. We start seeing a proliferation of technology, advances in technology that proceed for thousands of years, slowly and then gaining speed. This accumulated knowledge, as empires rose and fell, knowledge was gained, some of it lost, some of it accumulated for thousands of years. And then a really strange thing happened around 2nd century A.D. This cult suddenly gained power. This cult called Christianity that came out of the Middle East. This cult believed that all knowledge gained by pagans should be destroyed and burned. And when they became, heads of the Roman Empire, they used their power to do just that. For over 1,000 years, they ruled the Western world with a complete iron hand, burning all things. All knowledge was considered to be evil. Everything non-scriptural was thought to be evil. The knowledge of the Greeks and the science, all of that was lost. And it wouldn't be rediscovered until the Age of Enlightenment. It wasn't that knowledge was gone. So that's why we don't have spaceships, in my opinion. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks, Nick. You've done more for the cause of atheism than the top 100 atheists on YouTube combined. You've done an amazing job, so keep it up. Thanks.
Five small words. Nothing could have created something. It's not possible.